stuff at the door. But thank you all very much for coming out today. We love to celebrate Houston, and of course, this is a big part of it right here. Yeah. And thank you all for coming as well. Have a great time. Get ready for your 15 seconds of fame. And as we always say, if you called in sick to work, you need to get up and get out. You what now?
Sorry, this is my job.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. All right, Dr. Chauvin.
Good morning. How are you? Are you guys trying to take pictures for the segment? We need you to stay on that side of that camera.
All right, 30 seconds.
Just as long as you don't go past that red.
Make sure there's no flash. Okay. So I would say stand right here because you're going to be in that camera shot. So I would say.
Cook-off. I can almost smell it right now. Can you smell it? Yeah. We'll take you there live. Go Texan Day is Friday, and the parade is this weekend. Of course, it all happens with the help of 33,000 volunteers. Just like the luncheon honoring several women who have made significant contributions to the cause, please welcome this year's chairman, Gretchen Gilliam. Good morning, Gretchen. What Trailblazers is, and then tell us about your honorees. Like, what was it they did that earned them this honor?
Well, the Trailblazer Committee is a committee made up of wonderful, fabulous women, and every year we pick 5 outstanding female volunteers of the rodeo to honor at a fashion show that's done by Saks. And Deborah, you were there, and it was wonderful to see you. And I have 3 of our honorees with me here today: Amy Miller, Alicia Jefferson.
Yeah, it was really tough too, isn't it? Because there's a lot of great folks doing great things. All right, tell us about Rodeo Ropes.
Rodeo Ropes we started 3 years ago. Rodeo Ropes stands for Reading Opens the Path to Education Success. And the Trailblazer Committee wanted to do a little bit more for the rodeo, so we decided to start out and start educating and bringing in the importance of literacy for children in underprivileged schools. So 3 years ago we started doing book collections, and we collect new and gently loved children's books. And so far, we've collected over 150,000 books.
Education. Okay, I'm gonna have to need all of you in that committee to leave your outfits. Thank you very much for what you all do for the city of Houston. Okay, well, Houston has the largest rodeo in the world, and we also have the largest medical center in the world, which brings us to Wellness Wednesday. The average lifespan has certainly increased since the days of the Wild Wild West, mostly because of modern medicine. But could something as simple as just being happy also keep you around longer? On this Ash Wednesday, the research, the nun research, there's a nun in Italy actually, who's lived through 110 Ash Wednesdays. Wow. Yes. Longevity is just one of the things we're talking about in medical hot topics. Please welcome our panel: fitness expert Samir Becic, cardiovascular surgeon Dr. Arash Kiani, along with radiologist Dr. Anu Schultz and Dr. Dean Chauvin. Good morning. She's 110 years old, and she says the secret to her success and living long is that she has a happy life. She's accept things as they are, she says. So a lot to be said for not carrying a lot of stress. Although this sister is not having to do homework at night with a 13-year-old and pick up socks off the floor and make a house payment, all that type of stuff. But her life is kind of, you know, there are things that are taken care of that she doesn't have to worry about that the rest of us in the outside world do.
That is actually very common, especially being spiritual. Being spiritually balanced is one of the key components towards healthy lifestyle. Like you never know, I worked with Lakewood, I created a program at Lakewood for health and fitness, and we realized when people actually work out and are spiritually balanced, they are happier, they feel better, they feel healthier, they just sleep better, everything changes. So I can completely understand the nun saying, you know, being spiritual, living the life of helping people, caring for people. Because
practicing what you preach, lifting it up, right, and lifting it out.
So I see that perfectly, you know. Be happy.
All right. In fact, there's if they experienced more positive experiences, then they had a tendency to live longer. Okay. This is something that's kind of interesting. More young women are dying of heart attacks. Now, for a long time, women thought heart attacks was basically a man's issue, right? And then we realized it's kind of split 50-50, men and women, number one people around the world.
Right.
Okay, but the problem is more younger women. Why is that?
So I think we're having a higher prevalence of diabetes, younger patients, younger people, higher prevalence of obesity and hypertension, and I think it's a very severe epidemic that's been happening. And so we're seeing younger female patients that are starting to have a lot of these cofactors, risk factors that end up having early onset heart attacks and strokes and things of that related to that. So what we're trying to really figure out is why is it that the younger patients populations are having higher prevalence of those risk factors?
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that we're starting to see is a lot of it has to do with diet. A lot of it has to do with processed food that we see, the choices that we make, and some of it, unfortunately, is from healthcare itself, where we push low-fat, low-carbohydrate diet, and unfortunately, that's not really the best solution sometimes.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So oftentimes we think when someone has a heart attack, you think, okay, probably overweight, the diabetes, all that type of stuff you talk about. But oftentimes we see people who are nice and thin and fit. Bob Harper, you know him from The Biggest Loser. Well, he actually had a heart attack a couple of weeks ago. And he works out, he eats right, he does everything that we tell people to do, right? But the difference here is that he has a family history. So heart disease is a couple of things. One is what we do to ourselves, our lifestyle. The other can be that genetic component.
But also I would say with Bob Harper, I'm not trying to defend the healthy lifestyle, but Bob Harper is an extreme athlete. He works out extreme. How many times we saw professional athletes dying in the field? So healthy lifestyle is about balance. Don't go hardcore on anything. You know,
so
don't go.
Stop running 26 miles a day.
Exactly. So you live in a healthy lifestyle, you eat healthy food, and everything in balance, step by step, small steps towards healthy lifestyle.
All right, let me move on to this next one here. Mammograms. You know, we think that it's probably the best thing for women to do to detect a possible breast cancer. But false positive mammograms, and some women have had those, and those things are kind of confusing for us. Explain what false positive mammogram is and what the concern is now.
Sure. So false positive mammogram is when a patient gets a mammogram and they're called back for additional testing, but after that additional testing is performed, we find that there is no evidence of cancer. So it's called a false positive. And that study is talking about the fact that these women, what we find is they have active breast tissue. So they're developing benign findings, which are non-cancerous findings like cysts or benign masses. And what they're seeing is these patients, compared to women who had a negative mammogram that showed nothing, are later on developing breast cancer. So it's that active tissue that they have that maybe predisposes them to developing breast cancer later.
Yeah.
And so those patients really need to make sure they're going and getting their mammogram every year to make sure, starting at age 40,
Yeah.
make sure you get your mammogram.
All right, speaking of that age thing, we had some confusion about that a couple of years ago. There is no hard set age, but general rule is what?
Say
40.
Yeah, or if you know your body and you know something's going on, then go in. Don't let that stop you from going in. I can't tell you how many people I know who said, well, but it doesn't, and the other thing, it doesn't run in my family, so it doesn't have to run in your family.
Most breast cancer is not familial, actually.
Okay.
It's diagnosed.
40 with no symptoms. At any point, if you have symptoms, you should go get checked out.
Yeah, all right. This one's a relief to a lot of parents. ADHD does not mean bad parenting. You said your kid has ADHD. There are 2 people at this table I know who are ADHD. My son and you together, that's amazing. Okay, but, you wore your parents out. But one of the things you say in school that they did for you, you grew up in school in Germany, that they did for you was to wear your body out so that your mind could take over.
Correct, exercise. But at the same time, you know, my mom is a teacher, so she was a very good teacher, yet it is just genetic. And like a drinking coffee for me calms me down. The same thing for you, correct? So whatever hypes somebody up calms me down. So the stress is good for me. Adrenaline high, I feel great.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't know where to put that though. Because
Exactly.
when the kid in school is getting up and walking around the classroom, you can just say, okay, he has no discipline. But really it's like, you know, he's like a kid in a straitjacket who just had 40 cups of coffee for somebody who responds to caffeine.
Exercise, proper nutrition, plenty of sleep, and yet meditation, you know, alone time. It's very important that you just be with yourself. And when you do that, it actually helps a little bit.
I want to carry around this study. Like, I wish I had it years ago when he was having his temper tantrums as a little kid, right? I go, no, it's not me. All right.
ADHD.
Yeah, thank you very much. To walk in another man's shoes and experience what some of his clients felt. He was surprised to find out that the physical effort wasn't the real obstacle. When he strapped on 200 extra pounds, depression, laziness, and anger also set in. The emotional and psychological impact that many fitness experts might overlook. Next.